Hey everyone! I wanted to take a quick second today to explain the importance of social distancing. What even is the point of social distancing? At this point in the pandemic, we need to all work to flatten the curve, an idea adapted from the CDC. Simply put, this means we have to work to slow down the rate of infections by staying home and limiting our contact with other people. The red curve shows what will happen if we don't take any protective measures. If we do nothing, the spike in cases will cause our healthcare system to collapse, and patients will be unable to receive the care they deserve. I want to remind y'all what would happen if we all don't practice social distancing. This is a great visual that shows the power of simply staying at home. The fire that's spreading represents the virus, and the matches that are catching fire represent people that don't partake in social distancing. The one match that moves out of the way stops the fire from spreading, keeping the rest of the matches safe. Again, we have to work to flatten the curve to slow down the spread of this virus by only leaving our homes for essential activities. Okay, so then what counts as an essential task? Can I go hang out with my friends? Yeah, no. Essential tasks are activities that you need to survive. Food, laundry, banks, post offices, gas stations, etc. Hanging out with your friends doesn't count, even if it's only the two of you in their apartment. Well, then how do I know if I have the virus? If you're able to, call your doctor if you're experiencing a dry cough, fever, fatigue, or having trouble breathing. If you're feeling sick but aren't sure if it's a cold or the actual virus, self-quarantine and call your healthcare provider. It's also important to remember that currently about 25% of people infected with the virus are not showing any symptoms at all. This means that you could be spreading the virus without even knowing it. To keep us all as safe as possible, operate under the assumption that you have the virus and will spread it to anyone you come into contact with. Remember to constantly wash your hands, try not to touch your face, and remain 6 feet away from people when out in public. This all sounds really hard. Why is this all important again? Yeah, none of this is easy or normal for any of us, but throughout this whole thing, we have to sacrifice for our populations that are most at risk. There are people who are unable to social distance, including essential workers like farmers, healthcare workers, grocery store employees, and more. There are also people for whom getting the virus is especially dangerous, including immunocompromised people, low-income people, disabled people, elderly people, people experiencing homelessness, and more. If you have the privilege to do so, it's so important to stay home, while also focusing our energy on the fight for universal healthcare, living wages, rent forgiveness, and extensive care for people in our communities that are most affected by this virus. Healthcare workers are unable to stay at home because they are fighting to keep people alive. There are heroes right now. You can do your part to protect your loved ones by staying safe and staying home. Here, you can find links to all the sources that were referenced in this video.